Oh man, snow there, but not snow here. Luckily. Oh, wait, but before, yeah, no snow. Okay, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I mean,
Majestic.
definitely not this morning. It's
Yeah,
cold enough. It
yeah,
kind of feels like snow because
yeah.
it's so cold out there. But no snow in our local Charlotte forecast
Okay,
as
okay,
of now.
okay, okay,
We can say that.
okay.
But Friday still, we're watching a system that's going to be a tricky one. So let's just kind of start with what we're seeing outside right now, breaking down our forecast today, and then we do have to start talking about Friday. I wanted to show you Blowing Rock this morning because it is so pretty out there. Clear skies, but it is frosty up in the mountains this morning. We've seen those wind chills dropping down into the teens. Windshields just completely frosted over. Even some of those sidewalks had some slick and icy spots this morning because of that rain yesterday and a bit of a refreezing overnight. We didn't see that on the main roads or anything like that, but definitely on some of those sidewalks. And then I've been loving seeing a lot of our ski mountain resort cameras because they had their snow blowers on all morning long. They were making it snow this morning, taking advantage of the chilly temperatures we woke up to. And this is Sugar Mountain right now. You can see those skiers, snowboarders coming down the mountain. Looks like it's a beautiful day, but I know it is cold out there. Today, though, really the big story is that sunshine returns. It is going to be a beautiful day. I think we'll have a good mix of sun and clouds here in Charlotte. It's going to stay dry today. Temperatures are going to only rise into the upper 40s, so it's cold this morning. It stays cold this afternoon, but bottom line, at least we get the sunshine. Tomorrow's Thursday, another dry but cloudy day. Those clouds will start to pull on through, and we'll have several cloudy days in a row. Now on Friday, we have already issued our next WCNC Weather Impact Alert Day, and it's because we're watching this tricky system. Another day where most people will get more widespread cold rain, just like what we had yesterday. It was kind of miserable, and bad news, the temperatures will get even colder than what we had yesterday. So we'll have a lot of rain, but also we're watching I-40 and areas north of it, where it's not just going to be rain, but rather a wintry mix of rain, snow, sleet, mountain snowfall for our mountain counties. And then this weekend, if you're already making those weekend plans, we have more cold rain on the way. Wind chills outside this morning. This is what it feels like on your skin the moment you're stepping outside. So we're at 36 now in Charlotte. We are at 36 down in Chester, 32 in Rock Hill, but up in the mountains, 21 in Boone, 26 in Jefferson, which is actually much better because this morning it felt around 15 degrees there in Boone. Throughout the day today, this is what you can expect. High temperatures mainly topping off into the upper 40s, and again, we'll get some sunshine. Satellite and radar across the Carolinas really looks great, much better compared to yesterday at this time. Yesterday, it was pretty active with all of the rain coming down. Freezing rain was a big story, and today we do have a few clouds. You can see it here looking at several of our local cameras, but I think it's mixed in with a good amount of sunshine as well. From Charlotte to Lake Norman, Monroe, you'll want some layers if you're heading out the door. And even though it's kind of cold outside today, it's still a good day to soak up some of that sunshine because honestly, the next few days, it's just going to be very overcast, gray, cloudy. You know what I'm talking about. All right, current temperatures right now, we talked about those wind chills, but our actual air temperatures mainly into the 20s and 30s. And then again, our hour-by-hour forecast looks fine. So as you're picking up those kids after school today, nearing 50 degrees, but I don't think we'll actually hit 50 degrees today, although we are going to stay dry. Let's focus in on Friday because again, we've issued this a couple of days in advance to start preparing you for Friday. Friday gets busy, we're heading into the weekend, and we need to let you know we have a system moving through. It's likely going to move through late Thursday, early on Friday, but the biggest impacts will be early in the day on Friday through the middle half of the day on Friday. So that does include our Friday morning commute. We're confident that we're going to get moisture, so it's kind of just depending on what kind of moisture are we going to get, what kind of precipitation are we talking about, all rain, are we talking about snow, rain-snow mix, and right now it seems like across the Charlotte metro area, it's going to be miserable, cold rain. Daytime highs only rise into the 30s, and this is going to be a bulk of our Friday that's just gray, gloomy, and wet. And then right along I-40, we're talking about Hickory, Morganton, and then north of that, that's where we start to see that transition transition of kind of a mixed bag of wet weather. Snow, sleet, rain, and then even some mountain snowfall. So if you were planning on traveling on Friday, those roads are going to be messy at times. Let's walk you through our future cast. So we're going to fast forward you. This is 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday. So by this point, I think most people are still asleep, but just giving you perspective that it starts to move in early in the morning on Friday. But as we fast forward you more, here's 7 o'clock in the morning on Friday. Rain in Charlotte. It is going to be very cold. It's going to be wet and just not the best conditions to be outside in. So if you work outside in the elements, because I know many of us, we don't have a choice, start grabbing your rain gear, your layers, all the things. That little pink right there, that section between the blue and the green, that's that wintry mix of freezing rain, sleet, snow, all of the things, just making for a really difficult forecast. But then when we're seeing that blue, that's just flat, straight up snow when we're seeing that state line between North Carolina and Virginia. Once we're heading into 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that transition into that wintry mix just all transitions into rain. Still just rain across Charlotte, and then by late in the day on Friday, it's out of here. Still some small chances for rain though as we're heading into Saturday, only about a 20% chance. Sunday, chances increase again. Giving you a better perspective on the precipitation that we're forecasting and thinking how this is going to play out. Again, the white here in this graphic is indicating snow. That purple is that snow to rain, kind of that wintry mess, and then that green there is just the cold rain. But of course, we can't tell you exactly where it is going to line up. Winter impacts still remain quite low to minor, so at least that's some good news. In the mountains, of course, they could use some of that natural snow. We've been seeing them using their snowmakers the last couple of days, at least this morning, so I'm sure they're excited to get some of that fresh powder. There's that Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. So again, upper 40s today. Enjoy the sunshine. Low 30s tonight. Tomorrow, really not bad. I mean, the next 2 days, we don't have any major problems. Highs of 52 degrees on Thursday. Our average should be 58, so we're still below that. And then Friday, this is not a typo. This is real, 39 degrees for a high temperature, and that does include all the rain that's going to be dumping down really the first to middle half of our Friday, and then that's going to be tricky when we're talking about that wintry mix of, does it come down as rain, snow mix, snow, but really it's going to be north of Charlotte that will likely see that wintry mix. Again, right along I-40 and then north of that. And don't forget, Saturday we have our toy drive. It's going to be cold, but we're all going to be out there collecting toys. So hopefully you guys come on out there. Should be a good time. We'll be bundled up. Rain or shine, you know how it is. We'll be there.
Whew, 39.
A lot
Fantastic.
going on in the forecast.
Ooh, so no running on Friday morning outside.
I don't think so. That
Okay.
would be just, that would put me in a bad mood to start the day if I had to start my day like that outside. Do you ever run on the treadmill?
I do. I had to run on the treadmill. Yes, I say it like that was a bad option, but no, I ran on treadmill yesterday, and I was
Okay.
like, I am not foolish enough to run in this cold and I don't like running in the rain, even if
No.
it's warm outside. I don't.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
I'm not a rain guy. I don't
Okay.
like the rain.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have, our run group runs on Friday mornings. Putting this out there to the fellas. Nah.
Do you think they might cancel, or will they still? Are there troopers who will really just stick it out through kind of miserable weather?
I have put out weather notices before.
Okay.
And they have gone through with the run.
Okay.
So look, is
You
their
just let 'em
prerogative.
know. That's all you can
I'll
do.
let them know, but it's their prerogative. I'll
Yeah.
let them run. I won't steal the fun, steal the joy of running in the cold and sleet and rain or whatever it's going to be, the wintry
Exactly.
mix. All right, Majestic, thank you for your time. Thank you for stopping
course.
in as always.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back here in just 2 minutes here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus.